I'm going to show you how to change your wheel bearing. Tools you're going to need is an impact driver with a Phillips bit to get the drum cover off, a hammer to bang on the bearing, and to bang on the drum cover to get it to come loose, and a chisel. I use mine with an air hammer. You can do it without, you'll just have to work a little bit harder, and a 21mm for the lug nuts, a 12mm for the mounting bolts to the wheel bearing, and an extension to allow you to have a little bit more room, and then a torque wrench if that's something you care about. Then I did use a 3/8 impact and a 1/2 inch impact. Not necessary, but does make the job quicker. You have 21mm lug nuts. Jack your vehicle up right here. This is the back passenger side that I'm doing. You're going to have a Phillips screw here. If you are in a rusty area, you're going to want to use an impact driver, otherwise it's not going to land. And strike that and hit it with the impact driver and remove it. And then next, we're going to remove those bolts with an extension and a 12mm. There's 4 of them in total. Here's 3 of the bolts removed, and I removed 1/2 of the way just to leave a little bit of stability so that we can hit this out of there. There's supposed to be a clip holding this one on that you push in on the back side. It's metal, but this one's already missing, so we're gonna pull up and remove that. This is where that metal clip should be. And now we've got this loose, but the backing plate's still stuck to it, so we're gonna have to hammer pretty good on the back side here to get it to separate from the backing plate. I ended up taking this clip out. It goes right in here so that we would have a little bit more wiggle room on that line to put less stress on it. And I ended up having to use an air hammer. I mean, I probably didn't have to, but it sure did make it way easier. You can do it without one. I did it without one on the other side a couple of weeks ago. You can't like hit outwards on it because the brake shoes are in the way. And also, to loosen this, you also loosen the backing plate itself, so then it wants to bring the backing plate with it. So I struggled a little bit with it, and the best method I decided was hitting it on the side right here with a chisel, preferably an air hammer, and then it twists it to the side like this, and then it allows it to break free. If you pull outwards on it or hit outwards on it on the lip with the hammer, it just wants to bring the whole backing plate with it. This is our replacement unit. The whole reason we're replacing this one is because of the failed speed sensor, but I felt more comfortable just replacing the whole entire wheel bearing. We sneak our new one up in place. What I did is I started on the bottom, focusing on getting one bolt in after pushing the speed sensor up in its hole like that. Then I was able to pull the backing plate away enough with the extension connected to be able to see if I actually was in the wheel bearing hole, just like that. And now we're just gonna twist it in. And once you get one started, the rest of the bolts are cake. So you have all the bolts started in the thread. Don't tighten them all down at one by one. Get them all started just like this, and then tighten them in a crisscross pattern just so that you don't put the wheel bearing in a bind trying to get it started and mounting flush. And then those mounting bolts are torqued to 80 foot-pounds. And then throw your drum back on. Make sure to give it a good spin to make sure that you did not disturb the drum shoes in there anyway that's causing it to have a drag to the brakes. Put this monstrosity back in or leave it out. I put them back in, otherwise I feel like my OCD is gonna have a flare up. And now we can put the tire back on. And then torque your wheels.